dark place. Your heart is racing. There's a lot of people out there. You don't want to be seen, not just yet. Your heart is beating so hard, you can hear a cacophony of Brazilian drums in your ears. The man on the microphone calls your name. You're doing everything you can to fight the urge to turn around and run home. Yet, you put on your fake, warm smile, and you walk on stage. You try to look for a familiar face, but the spotlights hit you, and there's nothing but white nothingness. You check your equipment. There's an uncomfortable silence. And now you're wishing, or you're longing for those 2 minutes into the future where you're going to feel that incredible warm light, that connection of your energy going out and coming back in tenfold from all those people. But right now, what you wouldn't give for your right hand to stop shaking, and you're praying that when you push that note out of your voice will not tremble. It's showtime. Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmaster, please take a deep breath with me. The performance does not start when you hit your first chord or when you say your first word. The performance does not end when you walk down the stage, when you walk back to your chair. Today I want to tell you about 3 stages of a performance. First, the preparation. Second, the spotlight. And third, the reflection. I want to tell you the importance of all those 3, how they are interconnected, and how really it's just one big cycle. So let's start with the preparation. We know preparation is important, yet you may be able to understand the following Calvin and Hobbes joke or cartoon. Hey Calvin, aren't you supposed to be working in that school project due next week? I have to be in the right mood for that. What's that? Last minute panic. Why do we procrastinate? Well, there are some advantages to it. I mean, if you procrastinate to the last minute, you don't prepare well, and you do your performance, and it doesn't work out, it wasn't me. I just didn't prepare well enough. Or on the other hand, if it goes really well, you're like, you should see how I do when I actually prepare, huh? So you're kind of safe either way, but here are 3 reasons why I think you should prepare very well. 1, we made an oath we will prepare for our speeches. Number 2, it really will help our club grow. Like if you can put in the work, you know your work will be better, your performance will be fantastic, and then we will all see and learn from you. Great. And number 3, you will enjoy your performance much, much better. When you don't have to worry about the words, you can just worry about looking at the faces and seeing you smile and knowing that you're rooting for the speaker. That's a fantastic feeling. Let's go on to the actual performance part, the spotlight. Now, we know that most people say that they fear public speaking more than they fear death. Why is that? It's because when we're standing here, we're vulnerable. Vulnerable means risk, uncertainty, and emotional exposure. When we walk down that line, I'm pretty sure you feel that thing called butterflies, right? Well, I don't feel butterflies. I feel this gigantic green T-Rex with a pink tutu jumping around on a rebounder just in my stomach. But that feeling eventually goes away when I start feeling you guys, and when I actually make myself vulnerable. That vulnerability creates a connection. And that connection is something that we humans really crave and makes our experience so much better. That's why we like live performances much more than watching something on a screen. Your speech right here, if you prepared well, then it should be the difference between a train ride through a meadow or just like walking down a meadow. Your train ride is like one track after the other. You're going from point A to point B. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Well, it should be more like a stroll through a meadow. When you perhaps you run down here, run screaming, and then you take time to smell the pregnant pause. This one's for you. And after your performance is done, the last stage is the reflection. Now this is the most important part of them all. You put in the work to prepare. You've done your show, your performance, your speech. Now, this is the time when you learn from it. It's not the time to say like, okay, that's done, moving on. No, Now, we have those little pieces of paper that help us out. You read up, say, oh, you spoke too fast. Okay, I probably did. Perfect pace. You spoke too slow. Which one is it, right? So there's 3 speeches. There's the speech you prepared, the speech you think you gave, and the speech you actually gave. And that's, the last one is the most important one. So I'm going to urge you to use these little machines right here to videotape yourself. Because once you videotape yourself, you really see what you actually do. And then you can go home, you can pour yourself a nice cup of hot coffee, a box of Kleenex, and then you watch yourself perform again, and then you see how it goes. And then you gotta be nice. You gotta see the things that you did really well, and congratulate yourself. And then you gotta see the things that you want to improve on. And here's the thing, you're not trying to get good at public speaking, you're trying to get better. Wherever you are, you just want to get a little bit better. And for that, you need to know where to start. And here's the beauty of it. Once you got that learning from the reflection, you bring it all the way back to your prep time again. So your next performance will be that much better. So see, I told you guys, there's 3 stages. The prep, the performance, the spotlight, and then the reflection. And that creates not just a cycle, but an upward spiraling cycle of getting better and better. Fellow Toastmasters, if you pay attention to these 3 stages, the prep, the spotlight, and the reflection, I guarantee we'll be thankful to you because you're going to be helping us all to get better and better at what we're trying to do. But most importantly, you'll be thanking yourself. Milton. Bang!